2, 1. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Happy Life Podcast. Today with me, I have my very, very special guest, Orlando Sanchez,
Thank you.
also known as OS Online Coaching. My boy, welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm honored to be here. Honestly, I've been watching your podcast. They're pretty fire.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Just want to also say I saw their podcast with Mikey, and I appreciate what you said about me.
Oh, 100%, bro.
What you put out my info out there. I really appreciate it.
Okay, man. Let's move right into that. I wanna know how you decided that you were gonna just start your online business.
Man, I honestly don't even know exactly like where I wanted to start exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I was in high school, before I guess we can bring it back and just say from
it back as far as you need to bring it back.
How I started the whole fitness thing.
Okay.
Middle school, I was pretty chubby. I would say, I don't know. I didn't hit puberty yet, so I was like pretty short.
Yeah.
5'4", 6th grade, 7th grade.
I remember.
7th grade. I was probably the same height. Chubby. I was getting chubbier, so I was growing like people grow. So people watching the video are gonna see this. People grow like this, and then people grow like this too.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
So upwards, sideways.
Yeah.
Through life, so I was going sideways. So I was getting chubbier and chubbier. And also I wasn't being active. I was playing a lot of Call of Duty. So I was playing like 8 hours of Call of Duty probably every day. Modern Warfare 2 days. So
Dang.
I was pretty decent at that. So yeah, so I was doing that like 8 hours a day. I was doing pretty bad in school. Just not giving a crap about school.
Yeah.
Gaining weight, just eating snacks, whatever. Didn't know anything about hygiene. Not hygiene. Fitness, yeah.
Yep.
Dieting or whatever. 8th grade came along. I didn't mention this. I loved basketball. I don't know if you remember when I loved basketball.
I do remember.
6th, 7th, 8th grade. I would play sometimes with my friends, like you guys, would play basketball. Go all out. I would wear my Lakers jersey.
Yeah, I remember that, bro. The basketball shorts and the.
So I'd go all out. But yeah, so then I always wanted to play basketball. So 8th grade, I think I joined the gym 8th grade. I'm not completely sure. I know definitely 8th grade. 8th grade in summer going into my freshman year. Yeah, high school. I joined the gym, and then I just did everything. Didn't really know what to do.
Just like most.
Yeah. I was in basketball camp too. Was trying to make the basketball team. Didn't really get into. I knew how to play street basketball. I didn't know how to play like
rules
real basketball.
Yeah.
Never really made the team.
Can you move us over just a tiny bit? Because look at here.
Yeah. Okay. We cutting?
You never really made the team. Just bring us back in. Okay.
So yeah, I never really made the team. But that was like later in high school. But when I started going to the gym, I was chubby. I started feeling. I remember. What made me go to the gym, what made me change, it was my mom.
Okay.
So no shade to my mom. Mom's great. I love her to death.
Yeah.
But just how Mexican moms are. They have no filter. They just
say
what they say.
Yeah.
They don't mean it in a hard way.
No, they definitely don't.
Remember what I was wearing? I was 8th grade. I was wearing I was trying to get into skinny jeans. Remember they were
they were big when we were big when we were coming.
They were colored though. They were colored.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I had the purple skinny jeans.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, did I tell you this story before?
No, okay. But I just imagined it. Go ahead. Please finish it.
So naturally, I have a skinny body. Okay. So but I got fat in my skinny body. So there's like ectomorph, endomorph, mesomorph, blah, blah, blah. We'll get into that later if we can talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Ectomorphs have skinny frames. So that's what I had. Skinny frame, but you get fat on that, you can get skinny fat. So you just look all wonky. You have skinny legs, you have skinny limbs, but take your shirt off, you look fat, you look weird. So I had a muffin top, so I wasn't like overweight, like super obese, but I just looked wonky. So, puberty not hitting yet. so all right. So purple.
Bro, you're fucking killing me. You fucking broke me, bro. Muffin top.
All right, so purple skinny jeans that had I don't know if I wear them too much, but I. Don't look at the video, man.
Oh
You're gonna start going up.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah, I got it. Go ahead.
Let a few breaths out. So purple skinny.
We have the giggles, bro. Let's get them out. Oh god. Nah.
I didn't think it was gonna turn
Bro,
funny.
I'm loving this. I'm leaving all of this in,
All
bro.
right.
It's
Oh, God.
hilarious.
Bloopers on the podcast.
Oh, my
sorry.
God.
The little snap. Okay. Whatever. I'm not even gonna say color. Whatever. The jeans. I had the jeans. I was wearing them to school, and I don't think my mom ever saw them. I think she probably saw them, but then one day I was trying to. I guess I gained a little bit of weight. Whatever. I was right here. This like on the bed.
Yeah.
And
Trying to get into your skinny.
trying to get into my skinny jeans. I mean, they were skinny. They always felt tight, but like, he had to pump them up. I don't even remember exactly what. And then I was telling my mom, like, I was like, fuck, I can't get them up. She was like rushing me for something, school, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she came over, and then I was just telling her, I can't get them on right now. Like, I'll get them on right now. She's like, told me in Spanish, like, pues todo lo que comes or whatever, like, or whatever. She was telling me like I was getting chunky, like I didn't fit in those jeans.
Yeah.
And I got really pissed off at my mom. That was like 6th, 7th grade. I
Damn.
didn't cuss her out or anything, but I gave her definitely attitude.
Yeah.
I was really pissed. She told me, like chichillas que tienes or whatever.
Oh,
and I was
bro.
like, fuck. And then
That's disrespectful. Bro.
I mean, you see me now, you're like, oh man, he has a moderate physique, whatever. I'm not praising upon myself or anything, but you don't know where people come from, like with their fitness
100%.
journey, how they got there.
Yeah.
I mean, thanks to my mom, I probably wouldn't have been here with
Where
fitness.
you are
Maybe
now.
later on life, but where I am right now, thanks to her, I guess, in not a positive way, but it's turned out positive.
You've made the best of it.
Yeah, but so yeah, she was telling me like I said, like chichillas. It's in English. That means like little tits, bitch tits. So in other words, like after that, I started wearing tank tops under my shirts too. So
To tuck the
tuck
titties
the
in,
titties in. You had to tuck in.
feel
You had to
that.
tuck in the tank top under the
under your pants.
under your pants as tight as you can.
Pull the tank top down
tight
as
as you
much
can.
as possible.
Yeah. Once in a while, yeah, I still wear tank tops and things like that. Like, just you still have those low key insecurities.
Yeah,
So even though if you're shredded and stuff
Yeah.
like that, you still have insecurities. You see these
Yeah.
people have insecurities. But yeah, that's where I started, and then I started going to the gym. I was running every day, just on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Remember the first time I ran on the treadmill? Like, for people that just go on the gym, I can imagine people that are super overweight and like never really been to the gym.
Yeah. The ones that actually want to, like, they're coming in to make a change for themselves.
Yeah, like everyone's there just to make a change. So like those people that I see at the gym, or like people that talk down upon others, like F them. But
Fuck them.
anyone that's hearing this, you see, like, you're scared of to step foot in the gym because people are gonna judge you or look at you or any of that sort, like whatever. 80-90% of people there are there to make a better
version of themselves.
better version of themselves. So they honestly are not paying attention to you.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Most definitely not.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to step foot in the gym. If you need any help, just ask any of the gym people. Honestly, or the workers.
Like, that's what they're there for.
Yeah, that's what they're there for. But going back to what I was saying, yeah. So I just started running every day, doing everything. What helped me a lot was the internet. The internet helped me a lot. YouTube. I always, to this day, I still research a bunch, like a crap load of anything. Honestly, diet, the nutrition, the fitness. Not even just that. Anything else in life. Like
Really? Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. Because, I mean, your fitness journey honestly doesn't really just have to be about fitness.
Yeah.
Like, you can, as you're going to the gym and changing your body, you can change a lot of other shit too.
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
But I know that you definitely didn't, maybe not at the beginning because you were focused on other things. Like you said, bro, chichillas.
Yeah, that's...
Yo, honestly, I could tell you, bro, for the longest fucking time, I was so damn insecure about my man boobs.
Yeah.
One of my YouTube histories is still how to get rid of man boobs.
Yeah, I had that before. I used to search up stuff like that all the time. And you just look up stuff and you just start busting it out. That's why I started doing it, because I never really tell this to people or whatever, but when I was like younger, I had gyno. Have you heard of that? Gynecomastia.
Gyno.
It's like
Is that
puffiness,
puffiness. Oh,
puffiness
nigga,
and
I have
nipples.
gyno now.
Yeah, I still have like mild gyno, and I get insecure about it.
Yeah.
So, just like you can't really do much about it. It's just a gland under the chest area, the nipple area, which makes it like puffy. You know, when it's hot outside, it's puffy and whatever. You're like fuck, whatever.
Yeah.
Especially when you're chubby, you're like fuck. It's like you got those man boobs going on.
It is, bro.
It's insecurity.
And I honestly had no idea what that was until I started doing the research of like how to lose man boobs, quote
And then
unquote.
just like says gynecomastia. Like,
Right, exactly. It's like some men have this, and other men have this, and it's like, well, I have that, but how do I explain that to everybody else that's making fun of me for having this?
Yeah, just a lot of people don't know. They'll be like, "Oh, so you have bitch tits?"
Right.
I'm like, yeah, but also
like that's not what it.
It's also like it's genetics too, and a lot of people they get it from puberty and it just goes away. For me, it hasn't really gone away, just a little bit, but just with diet, nutrition, it can go down, but it depends. Every case is different.
Yeah.
But I would say that was one. I forgot what I was gonna say, but that was one of my insecurities.
Yeah.
Growing up. Also, I started like you said, you started looking up online.
YouTube.
So I saw fitness videos, things like that. If you look this up, it'll tell you to work out your upper chest because it'll make
lift
it bigger.
Up.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it'll make it like I don't know what how they say it, but it's just like it makes it look bigger and it just hides it, whatever. Yes, that's for people that don't have gyno or a lot of fat in their chest.
Right.
But it won't technically work. It's just diet and nutrition. But that's what I was saying. I was just like looking up stuff and
with no direction.
Yeah, no direction. Keep learning. Years. So 8th grade and then up until I would say junior year or senior year of high school. That's when I started really getting to know fitness a lot better. I was still a noob at it. Just looking up YouTube videos, bodybuilding.com, things like that.
Yeah.
And then I was running track. Remember I was running track? I
remember skinny. You guys joined the track team.
Yeah. So I'm 6'3" now. I was around 6'2". So I had a growth spurt. So I didn't talk about that. So I got really chubby. I was really chubby in middle school. And then 8th grade to freshman year, I gained. I didn't gain. I got really tall. Like I probably grew up. Yeah, I grew like 5-6 inches, probably more. Yeah, I went to 6 foot in literally 3-4 months.
Right.
And then I got really skinny, but I was skinny fat. So like my fat went up. Like I said, you grow upwards or whatever.
Right, you can grow sideways or taller. Right.
Yeah. So, but I had like love handles, so I looked really like weird.
Unproportionate. This little ball of joy just walking around through high school.
Yeah. So I was skinny as heck, and then I kept trying to lose weight.
Right. As most people do.
Yeah. But I was skinny already. I weighed 135. I went up to 140.
Right.
And then I was 6 foot. And then I went down to 130, 135 because I got really sick in freshman year.
Oh,
you don't
damn.
remember? You remember, huh?
I don't, bro.
It wasn't like serious medical issues, but I had like the flu or something for like a full month.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, it was really bad. So I wasn't eating.
Yeah, that Rona before it was Rona.
Right. So I lost like 10 pounds. I went 130, and I was 6'1", 6'2", whatever. But to put that in perspective, I'm 6'3" right now, and I'm the highest I was 220. Now I'm
220 pounds.
Yeah, I was 220. So it's almost 100-pound difference, and I don't look humongous.
Right. No. Because you carry your weight differently. You're taller.
Yeah. So I was skinny. Whatever. We'll fast forward.
Right.
Junior, senior year. That's when I started. Like I was running track. I couldn't gain weight for the life of me because I was running so much.
And you were trying to gain weight.
Yeah.
So at the time you were already trying to. Yeah. You had already discovered, bulking.
Yeah, bulking.
I want to try that. So you had discovered bulking and you were trying to gain weight at junior and
senior year. Yeah, I was trying to gain weight. Really skinny. I got to 140 in like 2 years. not that great. 10
Damn,
pounds.
That's crazy.
So then junior year I was looking into it, and then I didn't know. Like I was like, I want to do it, but just making a lot of research and never took initiative. And then senior year came around, and track season was coming, preseason. So we weren't running yet, or it was the beginning of the year. And then I was honestly like contemplating like to drop track and just go full on this fitness journey.
Right.
And then one day I just went to the coach and I told him, hey, I didn't tell him what was my goal. I was just like, I forgot what I told him, but I dropped track and I went on a dirty bulk. Like, ate whatever I wanted. Ate a lot, like 6 to 7 meals a day.
Damn. I remember that bulk.
I got chunky. Not chunky, but I gained a lot of muscle. It came like, it helped me a lot.
It was,
the foundation of like what I have now, whatever.
Right.
So, yeah, that's what made me start my fitness journey, and that's when I learned bulking and cutting, and ever since then that's where I am now. I don't have to talk about everything, but that's pretty much how my fitness journey started.
Right. Yeah, you've slowly learned to do and not do the things. So it's like when you talk about that dirty bulk and you're like, yeah, man, I ate whatever I want. But I always tell you, it's like that dirty bulk, quote unquote, is what helped you and guided you into the proper bulks that you have now. Because, bro, I remember when you first broke the 200 mark.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Fucking
that was like 2
crazy.
Years ago?
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because, like he said, like most of his life, he was this chunky kid. And then I didn't know him like that because I got here with, like I said, when I was in 5th grade. So when I met Lando, I think he was in like 3rd or 4th grade.
Yeah, it was. Third.
And from there, like we weren't really hanging out much. It wasn't until high school that we really started to hang out a little bit more.
It was 8th grade, I think.
It was close. Yeah, it was like summer of 7th or 8th grade when we were just doing shenanigans all over the place.
I remember that.
And so like when seeing this kid go from like this kid, right, and then like he said, he all of a sudden hit a growth spurt, and he was the tallest of the squad, bro. This kid was tall, and everybody else, like, I mean, like I've always been pretty tall, so like all of a sudden I had to look up at Orlando and like, this guy, yo, what's the secret?
Yeah,
I want the sauce, bro.
No sauce.
But then like most of high school he was very skinny, and so it's like when you finally broke that 200 mark, bro, I remember, and I'm just like, man, this kid got fucking big. And even my family, like my mom would notice, like, yo, like, what's Lando been doing, bro? Like he's been working out. He's been putting on the mass. And you might not like that dirty bulk, but it definitely shaped you into to where you are right now.
Yeah. And even now I still make mistakes, and
as you should.
Yeah, you still learn. You see people that are like you and have PhDs and things like that. They're experts in what they do. They're always researching, and they're always making mistakes. We're all human, so we make mistakes, and then we learn from them.
Yeah, 100%.
So even to this day, I'm still learning. I'm still researching. But the thing is, you have to keep trying to learn, like research and self-educate yourself, and whatever it is, like self-educating, college, whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always, whatever it is that you are passionate about, even if you feel like you know plenty, there's always more to learn.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And there's always more to learn. And I love the fact, moving into your online business, bro. I love the fact that you decided to do this, because when we found out that you were, like doing this fitness thing and learning and pushing, we started asking you questions.
Yeah, definitely.
And we were asking you, like obviously just like minor stuff, the things that we were working out. Hey Lando, how do we do this? Hey Lando, can I push like this? Hey Lando, can I pull like this? Hey Lando, if I feel this, what do I do? And I don't know what triggered in your mind to say I can make a business out of this, but I would love if you can recall to hear where that switch flipped. If you can just remember.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't remember exactly what started it, but I remember I wanted to be a personal trainer, and I saw, and since high school I wanted to be a personal trainer.
Wow.
But I saw the pay, and in high school they tell you want to go to college, you want to learn this, all this.
Always, yeah, they try to guide you into something.
So I was like, personal training, I'm not gonna make a life out of it. There's not much to do, so I never really got into it.
Pursued it.
So I went into nutrition to be a nutritionist.
Yeah.
Ended up not liking it, so I dropped it out. I got my certificate for personal training. Which is on the wall.
It's on
Just
the
got it
wall.
last year,
I'm looking
so
at
I
it.
definitely lagged on
Congratulations,
it.
bro.
Thank you, appreciate it. It was really hard, that test, because you can get other certifications which are way easier, but you don't know that much. Even this one, like, you still have to research. You won't be a good trainer if you just get that certification.
Right. Yeah.
But what started it, I would say, honestly, I always wanted to do some type of online business. I always saw a great inspiration that I had when I don't know if you know him. Our friends share him. I've been following him since like before he was famous. Christian Guzman, you heard of him?
Oh yes.
He's right here. This is company athlete. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I've heard of it.
So he started the same as me, like skinny fat, blah blah blah. No, not really skinny fat. He was just really skinny, and I followed him as a role model because he was like my body type. All this and that.
Kind of like your story, your journey.
Yeah, story and journey. Man, now he has a whole gym. He has a whole company. He's a millionaire. I'm pretty sure he has Ferraris and all this. But yeah, I looked up to him, and then I saw he was doing online training, and he was one of the first few people that
moved into online training.
Moved
because online training is still pretty recent for time terms.
Yeah, it's been online training's been like popping, I guess, for like only a year or two.
Right.
Honestly.
But even popping doesn't mean that it's good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it doesn't mean that, it's good. A lot of people don't even know, like, just because they lost some weight, they feel like they can help everyone.
Right.
It's not a bad thing, but you need to do your research before you even start trying to help people. So what I started doing is just try to help friends, family, whatever they needed help with. So I just started helping them, answering questions, and then I don't know what clicked in my head, but one day I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna create a website.
Yeah.
See what happens. Created a website.
And then the website is linked on the description down below, you guys, if you guys want to click it.
Thank you.
Shoot him an email if you guys have questions.
Mm-hmm.
He has some wonderful programming, and it's so easy to work out with you. I did a week with you. I enjoyed it, bro.
Appreciate it.
Although I never thought like online training was like the way that it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was less interactive, but I like the interaction
Yeah.
that I got.
Yeah, definitely. So when Chino came with me, and he was like one of my, because I was offering free training before I even started. So
Right.
that's what I was doing a lot. That's how you get people like people to refer you, and then you just have like
Just
a portfolio.
the idea, right?
A portfolio, yeah.
Yeah, you
pictures
can
and all
clientele.
that. So I offered it to some of my friends, and then my family too. Some of them did it, some of them didn't do it.
Right.
But the people that did it, I appreciate it. Also, the people that even reached out to me, I appreciate it. If you didn't do it, I get it. But yeah, when you came on to me, I was still new. I didn't know exactly what to do, so I was just testing out. I was telling the clients I had, hey, I'm just testing this out. Are you open to it? So like that app we were using, I don't really use it now because it just doesn't have all the exercises. But
Okay.
I wanted a structure. So I wanted structure. So I know a lot of these fitness people they just use Excel sheets and have it all wonky. I had a coach. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but he was taking too many clients on. I guess.
And he was just not able to manage all the clients that he had.
And he was spelling things wrong. His meal plan was too simple. It was way too simple. Not much variety, and I was honestly gagging on my food. Not that great. Then I dropped him as a coach after a month. So I don't have a coach right now. But yeah, so I just wanted structure, and he didn't have that. So I was just researching and then telling people, hey, I have this for free for now. Try it out. Blah, blah, blah. If you want to try it, try it. And then that's how it pretty much grew right now. I'm not big at all whatsoever. I'm still trying to grow it. So I just try to have a website. So I want to be professional. I don't want to be like this Instagram model, Instagram famous person. That's not my goal.
Right.
My goal is to have my own business.
And
help people,
build a connection with people.
Yeah, because I know where I came from. I know where I started.
And you guys just heard that story. And I feel like you said, I want to, sorry to cut you off, but like you said, that this man that you support, like has his own business now, you can connect to his story.
Yeah.
And if somebody is watching this, bro, even if it's just one person that's watching it, is like, holy crap, I used to have chichitas.
Yeah. That's a lot of guys right there.
There is. And it's like you as a person have a lot in common with people that you might not even realize. you have in common with. So it's if you honestly just get at least one client out of this podcast, a genuine client that comes in and asks you a question, I feel like that's exactly what this coach did. The one that you're the not a well, I don't know what he is exactly, but the man that owns this company is it? What did you say his name was?
Christian Guzman.
So
No,
I feel like that. I
yeah.
feel like you built that connection with him because
Sorry.
you're good because you related to him, and I think that you should understand that that's exactly what is gonna happen to you
Yeah,
with your clients. They're gonna have to see something in you,
definitely.
and everybody has something in them that somebody else doesn't have.
Yeah. So what I try to do is like all these other people, they have too many clients. They're not having that personal connection, and you need to have that personal connection with that,
Right.
or a relationship, like a friendship. So you need to be there for them because they're not gonna be.
They come to you for guidance, so it's like you have to guide them.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that aren't gym rats like me. They're not gonna be crazy about it. So I'm not gonna train them the way I train. I'm completely different. So that's how I train, and that's how I've been doing it. Yeah, that's how I do my thing.
Bro, and it's you got to do your own thing. Like
Yeah.
everybody has their own thing that they're good at. We are at a perfect time now where you can find your own thing. Like the time where we're in, it's like if you're not doing something that you genuinely enjoy, it's from you.
Yeah.
Like it's not, you can't push that excuse on somebody else because you have the tools. Like we have all of the tools.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you really wanted to, you'll do it.
Yeah,
Right now,
definitely.
I lost my job due to this coronavirus thing. I'm furloughed up until further notice. And I mean, like I still have, like I still just decided to go out on a limb and buy a second microphone to start doing podcasts with a second microphone. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
Like Angel San always says, there's no excuse. Like stop making excuses.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't watched that video with Angel San, make sure that you guys go back and watch it. It was wonderful. It was amazing. It really was. It lived up to the hype.
Definitely.
So, and if you guys haven't already, drop a thumbs up on this video. I want to get my likes up.
Support your boy,
Thumbs up.
Not thumbs down, but down there, put the thumbs up. Stop doing this.
Not yet, but everybody has their own thing, bro. And it's like I'm so happy for you that you
Appreciate it.
found this calling, as many might call it. It's been amazing. I want to know how much your girlfriend, Mrs. Natalie, has influenced the person that you are right now.
Oh man.
No crying.
Even going back. No what?
No crying.
No crying. Okay, I'm gonna start crying. No. Well, going back to like online fitness, what I did the business, like she pushed me to do that. So I think a lot of the things that I've been doing and like making moves, I guess, I doubt myself. I think we all doubt ourselves to a certain extent, and we don't want to just do it. A lot of people are doers. I would say I'm half a doer and half a
sayer.
Yes. No, I don't even say. Like,
okay. Well, you're not.
I just don't do it. Like, I just doubt myself.
Okay.
I don't like talking before I do something. Because a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
That's their thing. Whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's between them and them.
That's between them. Not talking any crap on them. But yeah, I don't like saying before I do. So I always had that in mind, the online fitness thing, and I never took initiative. I was always doubting myself. I'm not gonna have any clients. I still slack off on it once in a while, but then my girlfriend's always there. So
you gotta get on top of it.
You gotta get on top of it.
Right.
She won't judge me or tell me, hey, like, she won't scold me. She was telling me like,
she'll
hey,
keep
just
you on
do
check.
it. Like, what do you have to lose? Just do it. You already have your job. You're not doing this like by itself. It's just an extra thing, and you can grow upon that.
Right.
So she pushed me to just do it, and I just did it. And she's just there to listen and help me in my fitness journey and help me in my business. Yeah. Just being there,
Yeah. So how has she pushed you to grow as a person? Not in much life. like life and in person.
Yeah.
In the sense that like your perspective perhaps to be more open-minded, Both. I want.
Yeah, I just forgot the question. I got lost in what I was saying.
No,
So,
100%, bro. Go ahead.
yeah. So there's a lot of things because honestly, me and my girlfriend, there were two different people. Like when we first,
I can relate to that, bro.
I come from a family that's Mexican household. So what that is, you can grow in any Mexican household. How do you explain it?
I mean, you there's a very specific structure that your parents expect from you.
It's like the same for everyone. Like
Right.
Yeah.
There's very little change. Like
Uh-huh.
and our parents, they're not. It's not that they don't want to change, but their first instinct when it comes to us changing, is to protect us.
Yeah, definitely.
It's to protect us, and sometimes they don't realize that cuts our wings off. So
Yeah.
from a Mexican household, it really it's kind of, it's the same dynamic up until somebody decides that they're gonna do something different.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely think that what you're doing now is gonna be the difference in that family line. You know, like if your mom, dad, and siblings decided to carry something on, and then you decided to do this online business,
Yeah.
you're gonna be the difference for the people following behind you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he was saying. In a Mexican household, it's very structured in a
It's really
certain way
structured. Yeah.
until somebody changes it.
Yeah, it's
So-
like everything's the same. Like I'm pretty sure his family, like, it's probably like we have the same exact life, just
In different households.
just different households, just barely any changes.
Right.
So what I'm saying is like we get taught religion,
Right.
Catholicism.
Catholicism, mostly.
We won't get into that too much, but like you just get brought up into that and like their beliefs, so their beliefs become your beliefs.
Yeah.
And then once you start doubting whatever, you just start researching whatever you.
Whenever you decide that you are grown enough to make your own mind,
Yeah.
that's when you start making your own mind.
Yeah, so they just structure your own mind. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just they just structure, like it's just really structured. It's like mostly every Mexican household never changes. It's like the same, like from I don't even know when,
Many years back.
many years.
And so Natalie's household, how is it different than?
So the difference is her dad is Mexican,
Mhm.
so she's Mexican and Romanian. So
Oh wow.
dad is Mexican and the mom is Romanian, and they're both from like their countries. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so they had to like
Adapt two different cultures.
Yeah, two different cultures. Yeah, I don't know. They're just different. It's just they're more. I guess we could say in a Mexican household they're more close-minded people, but not intentionally. It's just how we were raised, and yeah, that's how we were raised. I would say me and you were close-minded for probably the longest time.
A very long time up until
yeah.
you, like you said, like we just said, like you just decide to open your own eyes
Yeah.
and open yourself up to your own ideas.
Definitely. So yeah, then my girlfriend came along, and I'm like, I had these views on life. I wasn't really open-minded. I was, but not as much as I am now. Like completely, I am. I'm not gonna say I'm completely open-minded. Like my girlfriend she's super open-minded. She puts herself in other people's shoes.
A lot.
Before, yeah.
Yeah.
So like when she talks to someone, she puts herself in their shoes. And I don't think before I used to do that. I used to just think of myself and my views and like that's it. But I wouldn't put my views onto theirs, like try to believe in
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. No, I remember that, bro. And I know. I tell you this all the time. And I don't know if it bothers you or not. Like I really have no idea how,
I was
how you
negative.
feel about it.
I was super negative.
But yeah, like that. I just remember this little kid just going through life like with like almost tunnel vision.
Yeah.
And so, when you were building your relationship with your girlfriend, you stepped away from us as a group of friends, for about a year and a half.
Yeah. It was before my girlfriend too, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. I think that you were going through a change on your own.
Yeah, it definitely was.
And then your girlfriend came about and it was almost, the little blessing in disguise that pushed that different change on you.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, before that year, I forgot about that. And thanks you put that into the conversation because I forgot about that. So that year before I met my girlfriend, I was in college and I would say I was doubting a lot of my views in life. But your parents taught you this way and they're going to tell you what's right and wrong.
You were definitely questioning
stuff. So I was questioning and I was like, no, I'm wrong. Like, I can't be questioning this.
Right.
So I had a lot of like self
reflect.
improvement, self
You
reflection.
had a lot of time
a lot
to
that
yourself.
year. Yeah, I had a lot of time to myself. Yeah, it was hard, but then I also had those thoughts, and I met my girlfriend, and yeah, and I met her, but we didn't started talking about like deep stuff right away.
Right away,
So,
right? Because like I said, you were
Yeah.
almost close-minded.
Yeah, I was really close-minded.
So it's like those conversations that you probably have now were not happening.
Yeah.
Probably for the same reason, you know.
Yeah, because before so me, I'll explain me and then her how we are. So me, I before I met her and when I met her the first year, I'm still kind of working on it. It's like I'm kind of cold-hearted. So I tend to not show my love, like, how do I say it? Like, not physically show it or like blatantly show it. It's
Not
me
openly show
just openly
your-
show my love and say, hey, I love you. You're super beautiful. This and that. I thought that was like cheesy stuff or like, but now it's like I try to say it a lot more. I'm definitely better than I was before, but I still need to work on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I was more cold-hearted. I would do other things that would show my love, but she wouldn't know. But she you know how girls are. They need the love. They need
They did, yeah. Sometimes you
attention.
just need to you need to tell people, because people can't read minds, y'all.
Yeah, I know.
Like somebody can't read your head. Like, just because you're thinking something
Yeah.
doesn't mean that other person knows it. So you have to definitely express it to them.
They say actions speak louder than words. Yeah, but also you need
sometimes you need to speak your actions
words
with
too,
words to make them better known.
Yeah, definitely. So she's me finishing how I am. So cold-hearted, whatever, all this and that. And I was really struggling with my attitude, anger. I would get angry a lot.
Yeah.
I would just lash out, honestly. And then, I'm sorry, I'm putting my relationship out there, babe. So if you see this, I'm not gonna say a whole lot, but
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
no. I mean, like,
on the other hand, she's more sensitive, and I feel like a lot of girls are more on the sensitive side. So we needed to find that balance, and it was hard at first. Being me, like things that don't affect me affect her. So I like what if I did that, if I did what she did to me and it wouldn't hurt me, but if I did it to her, it would hurt
it would
her.
affect her.
But I would be like, it's not hurting me, so why is it hurting
Why
me?
is it affecting you?
But now I know more. I know better. So she also couldn't adjust to my anger also, but also I needed to work on myself.
Right.
So I worked on myself, blah, blah. I would snap sometimes, and that's how it was in my household too. I would snap at my parents and stuff like that.
But if I remember correctly, most always you were a pretty quiet kid, bro. You said,
I was really shy. Before.
Yeah, you were never one to like openly talk to people. So it's like you're kind of the person to come in and like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
But like this conversation that we're having now is even I've talked to you before, obviously. But recalling back to and this, I don't know if this might help you figure out where this anger is coming from. I do remember you being a quiet kid. So maybe I feel like because you were so quiet, you were always keeping stuff to yourself. And then once you went through this change and you started to open up your mind, you realized that you were keeping a lot of things to yourself.
Yeah,
so you kind of started letting too much out.
Yeah.
And now I feel like you're kind of clocking back into,
nice.
the perfect balance between what you are.
Yeah.
And what, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's what I'm talking about, like my girlfriend, because I had to adjust with my girlfriend, just because I was like so angry, and I just had to like I didn't see my wrongs because I never really had a real relationship, and if any other relationship was pretty short, and it was nothing like it is now, like super serious. So
Right.
I had to put work into this. So we just had to adjust. It's like any other relationship. You get to know the person.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, she was a blessing in my life because now I'm more calmer. Yes, I do lash out sometimes, but it's nothing compared to it was before. She could probably tell you the same thing. It's just she's that opposite spectrum. I'm like right here, like super angry, whatever.
Right.
And then she's like sensitive and like more emotional.
Yeah, it's just like the yin to your yang, bro. Yeah.
So it was just like that, and then the blessing that came out of that was that honestly she was there to hear me out, and just I would never honestly, like, for guys
Open
here.
up to nobody.
I'm gonna say this one thing to all the guys out there: speak your thoughts, speak your feelings. If you have a girlfriend, whatever, whoever it is, your family, speak out if you're feeling something. You don't want to hold that in, because us guys, we keep a lot of shit in, and we don't talk at all. Like,
Let's go, boys.
Yeah, we just lash out. So
We do.
we're not the emotional type. We are emotional, but we're not. We're not
one to talk about it.
Yeah, we're not one to talk
Definitely.
about it. We want to keep it in. Now, I had a lot of trouble with that with my girlfriend. Like, if I was jealous or if I had a problem or something like that, I would never say anything. I would just stay there with a stank face, not say anything, just be a freaking dick. And then she would know it was wrong, and then I would hurt her feelings. And if it was something that she did wrong, I still wouldn't say anything, but it would turn into something that I did now wrong because I was being a dick and, like, not saying what I was feeling.
Right.
And then the times I did say what I was feeling, everything turned out great. And now it is. I still have problems with that sometimes.
But I mean,
I'm
it's
way
like
better at it now.
everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like everything. Like
I don't lash out as much anymore. I feel more cool and calmer.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah. So blessing from her, she helped me a lot just because I don't know. I just had to adjust, and the relationship helped me a lot. And it's still helping me now, and she pushes me every day. Helps me every day. Helps me in my business. Everything. She's there for me.
Yeah. I feel you, bro. I mean, men. I spoke to Angel about heartbreaks.
Yeah.
I hope that this what I'm doing now, talking, I really want to talk about topics that are not normally talked about.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Men heartbreaks are never talked about.
Yeah, never.
No, I mean, not necessarily now, but just in general. Like, I want to make men. We're becoming men, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
we're turning into 20, 23-year-olds, 24-year-olds. Not long until we start to make our own families.
Yeah, definitely. That's crazy.
We need to understand that our kids are going to grow up, and it's gonna be up to us.
Definitely.
To step up to the plate and tell them what we weren't told.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, mijo, you can talk to me about your issues.
That's the biggest thing. When you grow up in a Mexican household too, you're afraid to talk like everything. You can't talk about everything
openly, right?
Like, your parents are there for you. My parents are there for me, but I feel like I don't know. It's hard to explain, honestly.
It is hard to
explain.
explain.
You can, and they show you that they care for you, and they do care for us. But in a way, like, they're close-minded. It's just the way that they're raised.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's
I
like,
don't blame them at all.
Not at all.
But the way how I want to raise my kid is like I want them to be open with me completely.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna tell them, hey, you're wrong. I'll be like,
Prove me wrong.
Yeah, prove me wrong, or like, yeah, prove them wrong, or how it is.
Do you
and you know how a lot of things, like, our parents say, no, I said no because I'm your parent.
Right.
Why? No, because I said no.
And it's like,
why? So
yeah,
you just question, you just say no, and then that's when that's how a Mexican household is.
Yeah.
So I just want to be, if I'm gonna say no to my kid, I'm gonna have to have a good reason.
Right. Yeah. And obviously, like, no shitting on nobody's parenting.
Yeah,
because their parenting brought us up to the man that we are today.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
And in my opinion, honestly, I thank my parents tremendously for the person that I am and the person that I'm not. You know, I didn't turn out to be.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about, like, your Mexican parents or the Mexican parents, like, the Mexican household? Like, how do you feel? Like, I talked about myself. Like,
it's tough, bro.
It's your perspective.
I mean, it might be different for me because I had a taste of what my parents grew up with.
Oh yeah.
Because I was in Mexico till I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
So I know where they're coming from.
Uh-huh.
In theory, it should be easier for me to understand my parents because I know what they had.
Yeah.
But it's tough because they don't understand what I've had. It's like now,
it makes sense,
I've had the half of Mexico and the half of the U.S. You know, I've been here 13 years, and they have as well because we came at the same time, but they were not exposed to as many things as I was. So it's been, like I said, in theory, it should be easier for me to communicate with my parents, but it's not.
I feel you.
I almost hold them. Not a grudge, but like I almost hold them accountable for not knowing. But then
it's like, not like whatever like whatever they were taught, like as kids, why didn't they question it? Like why are they passing it down to
Exactly. And I mean, I obviously can't blame them for that because they didn't have that mentality that I have now.
Yeah.
And it's definitely up to me. It's up to me to show my parents what what we have, the differences in the things that they've had and what I have, like being open minded and questioning your religion and questioning your parents.
Yeah.
But I've never done it. Like I honestly I've never questioned. I've never talked to my parents, and I don't know if I can't or I choose not to. I'm like,
I think you probably choose not to because you don't want to cause arguments. Because I know I see your family. You guys are super close. Just like how my family is, that we're like really close together. Yeah. And I feel like if you start questioning it, you don't want to risk the chance of like
hurting their feelings or hurting our relationship.
Or like, wow, our son isn't the way we raised him to be, how he is.
Exactly. So, and I mean, it's my fault really, because I'm making these assumptions in my head. Like I don't even know how my parents are going to react to me teaching them or explaining to them. I mean, they've definitely seen it. Yeah. Like they've definitely seen it me growing up. And really, I mean, my parents, I can't say anything about my parents. If anybody personally knows my parents are wonderful people.
Hell yeah,
they are amazing people. Like I said, they're
down to earth. They care so much about everyone.
They're so down to earth.
So the way how we're explaining it, like people might think, oh my God, their parents are shitty.
They're not.
I love my parents. I love his parents. They're down to earth people. They're amazing people.
As people, they are beautiful people.
Yeah, but as our sons, we know them way better. So if you met them, they're amazing people. They're nice. They're best people on earth.
They're sweet. Yeah, 100%. As people, they are incredible. Like, and they're not fake. Like they're not fake. Like you say when you meet them, they're these people. They're always these people.
Yeah.
It's just that I feel like in efforts to protect me, they do certain things that keep me, or maybe I feel like they keep me enclosed almost.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's been tough, bro. It really has. And it almost brings me to an emotional state. Because I wish I had a different relationship with my parents, most definitely. But I also know that I can take what I feel and apply it to my kids when they come about.
Yeah, definitely. So what we learn as the sons of our parents, we can apply what we didn't like to our kids. But even with our kids, they're probably gonna have things that they don't like about us.
100%.
So they're gonna try to improve. So as long as we keep changing or try to improve as a parent or a person, just a person, and then applying that to parenthood, whatever it is. And that's what counts. As long as you're changing, you're trying to improve yourself. That's what counts.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. I mean, it's so hard because I don't want to shit on them. I really don't. I don't because it's like
I feel like you want to say something, but you don't want to make it sound bad.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I don't have like anything bad to say. I don't know. It's really tough. Like honestly, this topic is super emotional for me. Like early when I did the topic with Angel, he was talking about his dad and like
you want
this beautiful relationship that he has with his dad, to where like they push him, they tell him to do certain things.
Go for it.
Nah. Yeah, I mean, I think that I wish I had my parents
support
shown.
Okay.
Is not, but like I said, like I feel like that's almost my fault for not talking to them.
Yeah.
Like for not being open with them.
What exactly do you mean by like support? Like
bro,
like physically telling you? Like
yeah, like more pushing, definitely, like more.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about because that's how my parents are.
Because it's their support is like it's the way kind of like the men are with their emotions.
Yeah,
their support is more actions than words, and I definitely feel like I've been more words than actions. Like, I can talk somebody into jumping off a cliff if I really wanted
You
to.
can.
Um,
This guy's a good speaker. Good advice. Always there for advice. I always knew
appreciate
that.
that, man.
He's amazing with his words. So that's why he has a podcast.
That's exactly why I did this. And maybe that is why I did this, bro. Like, maybe that
To
maybe,
vent in a way.
yeah, maybe that maybe those advice that I'm giving to people I wish my parents would have given to me, perhaps. But there definitely isn't closure. The way that it should be. I mean, I guess I can bring it back to a bit of a story. When I was born, my mom fell into a depression right around when I was 2 or 3 years old.
Really?
We're gonna hit it. Fuck it. We're gonna hit
do
it. My mom was not able to. She was able to, but she didn't raise me on her own.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, she had to have a lot of help from her siblings and my aunts and stuff. So there was different people that were involved in my raising. It's gonna be a tough.
You got it.
Bro. It's gonna be a tough one, bro.
Transparency. Remember.
My dad, to be a provider.
Uh-huh.
You know the thing that they do, bro. They come to the United States.
That's how my dad was too.
They work for a year, 2 years, and then they go back to Mexico.
They're never really in the picture, but they're for providing the family.
They're not physically in the picture, but they're not there for our own good, you know?
Yeah.
It's like they're not there for our own good, but obviously, like, as a child, you don't realize that. So, I had my mom fall into depression. I remember like 4 or 5 years old, just like, my mom just being distant. Like, I just remember her being distant, and my dad not being there.
You remember that at 4 or 5 years old?
I do, bro.
That's
I
crazy.
actually remember all the way back to 3 years old. That's the oldest memory I remember, and it's vivid. I remember holding my mom's hand and looking up at the airplane. That's the only 3-year-old memory that I had.
What the heck?
Because airplanes, well, I was off topic. I was born and raised in Mexico. Airplanes were a big thing at the time, I guess. I don't fucking know. But they hadn't really started flying over our town. And so when they finally started flying over our town, it was really, like we didn't see them as often. So when they would fly lower, and I could look up and see them.
They're like UFOs to us.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, my dad was always in the United States, in and out. He was here 1 year and then would go back and stay for another year. Then would come back and do another year and then go back and do another year. And I mean, pretty much, like, I grew up with that disconnect from him from the get-go. And damn, bro, this is honestly fucking therapeutic, because I don't think I've ever openly talked about this and realized like maybe where this is coming from.
You can speak. It's okay. I'm here for you.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I appreciate that. So like I feel like now I almost hold that against the both of them.
Yeah.
And
but you feel guilty for feeling that in the way?
I feel guilty for holding it against them because I know that it was out of their control.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that what they did, like, they did for the best of me, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like now they try to fill a void that maybe they didn't when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I feel not angry, but definitely...
Men do cry. Okay.
100%, bro. I think this is the first episode. Shit.
Want a hug?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, I'm going to give you a hug.
Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, I feel like subconsciously I might be holding that against them now.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just feel like I hold that against them, but I've never really told them that because I've never really wanted to hurt their feelings, you know?
Yeah.
but I mean, now speaking it out and, you know, like actually talking about it to someone,
Yeah.
um, it might change. You know, I might choose to either apologize or tell them to apologize or forgive them. You know, like
Yeah.
for doing the things that they did or the things that they didn't. But like I said, like they never really meant to do such things.
Or hurt you or anything.
Right. It was just their way of doing my, like, it was their way of giving me the best things possible.
Yeah.
Not realizing that emotionally, maybe they weren't being there.
Yeah.
So my mom has always said that I've always been a very independent kid, and I mean, that's the reason why. It's not that I like.
Yeah.
It's not that I chose to be an independent kid. It's just that, like, I was almost forced to be an independent kid. I never saw it as a negative thing. But that parent connection that I definitely wish I had with them is it's definitely not there
Right now.
right now.
Well, I feel like it's a like I struggle with that too. Like I could see that both of us that we held a lot in, like what you said right now. It was sincere. So I feel like if you were to tell that to your parents and just like say, "Hey, I got something in my chest that I just was never able to tell you guys," but if you come out as sincere as possible and not really coming out as of anger, like you weren't there for me or anything, then
Yeah.
that would cause problems.
Yeah.
But if you're coming out sincere, that's the best you can do. And whatever happens, happens, but at least you got it out. I mean, you got it out now,
Yeah.
which is great.
It's to a fucking big ass audience too. I
Yeah,
mean, it's not like my parents is two people, so there's definitely help. Thank you, I appreciate that.
So honestly, just talk to them, because I still have struggle with that, because you know how our parents are. Like sometimes they just tell us we're wrong or something. I don't know, but if I have to say something, I'll try. And if it just doesn't work out, then I get angry for a day or two or whatever. But they're our parents; they still love us. I don't think they're gonna
100%.
they're gonna hate us or whatever. But it's just that effort. I don't know. Just be sincere.
Just make that
Just
effort
try
to
it.
talk to them.
Because yeah, that's pretty deep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is true, bro. And I definitely know that's long run it's probably gonna affect me, and like even now with everything going on, like this coronavirus stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how I started psyching myself out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I pray to God that my dad wouldn't catch this, you know, because he's older. He's getting into his 60s.
That's crazy. You have a mom too?
So it was, dude, I honestly was like,
I stopped counting. At a certain age, I'm like, and I asked my mother the other day, she's like 58 or 50, I don't even know yet, but she's closer to 60s than her 50s.
Right.
And I was like, what the
right.
They're getting older.
So I was freaking out. Like, I was really freaking out. And then I think that, like, that's when I really started to put a lot of thought into, I want a better relationship with my parents.
Definitely.
Guys, honestly, this hasn't been a long time. Like, it hasn't been a long time. It's only been a few months at most that I've started to, you know, feel this disconnect with my parents and this need almost to have a better relationship with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't figure it out.
Maybe the relationship has been disconnected for a while, but you just never realized it.
I think that's exactly what it was.
Because that's how it is with me. Like I feel that, but you just try to get closer.
Slowly.
Yeah, just to get. Yeah, you just talk to your parents. I don't know, but sometimes you talk to them and they don't understand your point of view, and it kind of like upsets you. But,
yeah, that is definitely true.
I don't know. You could do what you can, as long as you're trying, and then whatever comes out of it comes out. But you just gotta stay positive, and at least you can say I tried.
Yeah, man, that's honestly wonderful advice, and I really do appreciate you. Damn,
No
bro, you really fucking broke me. Repeat.
Transparency, it is what it is.
It is. It's full transparency, you guys. If anybody out there has any advice for me, normally I'm giving the advice to y'all, but I am genuinely asking y'all if you guys have advice or if you guys had this experience with
or
you
if
guys.
you need someone
parents.
to talk to, you can talk to me, cappuccino,
100%.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Even if it's not any of us, if it's somebody that you feel comfortable with, bro. Honestly, I never, honestly, and no shit to you, I never thought I would have this conversation with you.
I'm telling you, that's a big reason for that is my girlfriend.
But I thank you.
Putting your shoes.
Putting yourself in other people's shoes.
Put your shoes.
Putting
your
shoes
shoes in someone else's feet. But in all seriousness, yeah, just put yourself. Just stop thinking about everyone hearing this. Just stop thinking about just yourself.
Yeah.
And whenever you're talking to someone, put yourself in their shoes. How do they feel? Or even if you're angry. Sometimes it's hard when you're angry or whatever.
Yeah, it is true.
When you're sad, you can definitely, it's easy. But
it is easier. When you're happy, it's even easier.
Yeah, put yourself in their shoes and just see where they're coming from. Just listen.
Honestly,
don't listen to respond. Listen to hear. Yeah, listen to hear. There you go.
Always. Yeah, bro, I honestly, I mean, I'm telling you, like, I don't think that I've ever said that out loud. But I thank you for listening. We are at a little bit over, I think, 40 minutes. So
yeah,
we're gonna close this out right here.
We got much more to talk about. So
we do have much more to talk about. So part 2s for everybody that has talked lately. I thank you guys for listening. Drop a big thumbs up.
Definitely help your boy out.
If you guys enjoyed me crying, share this with as many people as you can. And thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks, straight.
Peace.
Lates, y'all.